Welcome back. Let's take you through the dailies. We'll start with the Guardian newspaper this morning. EFCC probes NCIPA. Beneficiaries in alleged forex allocations abuse. So it is a big lead on the front page here today. It's been on for a while. Who knows how long more it will be. But you see, Olukoyede, Emefiele, Shehu, Obaze, Farouk, all in the eye. Storm back there for you. So yeah, that's what you see here. And you just keep tabs on that one, especially if you go through and read through the allegations, the amount of monies that are mentioned here, guys. Oh boy, they're not playing. Notwithstanding the challenges with the economy, but you still see all of that. Now, you mentioned Rivers previously in that sequence. Fubara's ally withdraws suit against 25 Rivers lawmakers. So you're having a lot more, reconciliation, hand of fellowship being extended, and so it appears as though they seem to be working things out. So what happens to all of that theory that the governor was waiting for the Supreme Court decision to do what? To take the next steps? I don't know. People say all sorts right there, but it's up to people to see what happens. Man predicts challenging business year, urges FG to prioritize manufacturing. So I think everyone who's anyone has said a thing or two about the economy and expect that the authorities or the economic handlers would have known that by now. But speaking about handlers of the economy, maybe I went ahead of myself just a bit, because there's this headline here which says, create economic management team. NES tells Tinubu. So that's the Guardian today.
And we have New Telegraph. They lead with that story about the EFCC and their activities, probing 52 firms over FX transactions. This time, not NCIPA, CBN.
Yeah.
So, NCIPA in focus, CBN on the other side, under the former governor. Go to page 2, you get more details on that story. You have that story about the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, talking about the sector on page 8. You also have above the nameplate, fresh loan boosts external reserves by $231 million to $33.02 billion. That should, that's temporal. So let's work to make it a bit more permanent. Let's come down a bit here. Below this picture, you have certificate palaver. FG to extend ban to Kenya, Uganda, Niger. NAND says over 15,000 Nigerian students are affected by FG's ban. There are a lot of things that are coming out of this investigative report, a lot. But yesterday we heard the NYSC spokesperson talk about how the institute is thinking of or upping its data processing and all that, owing to the gains from this report. Then the security issue, let's review immediate remote causes of crisis in Plateau, check page 4, for that credited to the northern governors. While the Niger State governor says farmers are returning to their farms. Interesting times. But that's it from the New Telegraph.
This morning, it leads with a story on the aviation sector. Bloated directorates worsen aviation sector's woes. That's according to experts. And the only writer there say agencies may not survive with top-heavy bureaucracy. I mean, we've had these conversations over time. This issue on the front page of the Daily Independent is something concerning, particularly in the light of one, there also a report of how many decades ago now, or how many years ago now, and the recent action of the Minister of Aviation concerning that sector. Well, more of that you'll find continue on the inside pages of the Daily Independent today. And right under that picture, Lagos shuts down Third Mainland Bridge Tuesday. Well, I don't know if that's down is the thing, because I can understand Lagos shuts Third Mainland Bridge, but Lagos shuts down Third Mainland Bridge. I don't know, maybe it's just rhetorics. But that's to happen on from Tuesday. Find out the reason for that on page 6 of the Daily Independent this morning. At the bottom of the page, right under that picture, Northern governors seek FG states collaboration to better life of citizens. Commend Tinubu's steps to end Kaduna Plateau crisis. I'm wondering why this is like a whole new call altogether. That's the way it sounds, because this is what we've been wanting to happen. This is the kind of agreement, consensus Nigerians are looking for between the federal government and the state governments. The federal government has a budget. State governments also have their budgets. And people are looking for where the handshakes are between the various agencies so that people can get the better life that they truly deserve. That's right there on the front page of the Daily Independent this morning, among several others. That's the Daily Independent today.
Okay, take a look at Leadership Friday next, and so this should interest everyone. After December deadline, Port Harcourt Warri refineries still not ready. As Leadership Friday today. Presidency embarrassed. Lukbabiri Kyari under fire. Mechanical Commission in Mayor face 7, Petroleum Ministry mom. And several experts have been speaking, saying that the purported achievement advertised has no practical effect to the expectation, which was that the older 60,000 barrels per day refinery will start production for local consumption. So the front page here is highlighting some of these challenges, which some experts also think that, look, that particular flare startup operation carried out during that visit of the minister and the CEO they said it was an abnormal operation at that stage of the work, because they thought it was completely unnecessary. There was actually no waste of flue gas being generated from the refinery, and so no crude oil had been introduced into the refinery. Therefore, no flue gas will be available for burning in the flare stack. So they alleged at the time that what they did was go buy LPG, connect it to the flare the stuff to think that everything is all A-okay, but it was not. So more questions than answers this time. So what's going on? They need to tell us so people can know. And then it's going to be a big day, Monday, because Governor Muftuan asks Supreme Court to void sack. So all eyes will be on the court at that time to see where will the pendulum swing. Remember, Plateau's been going through a security challenge or the other, with some people also connect to some of these happenings. And by the way, speaking of Plateau, police arrest 7 suspects over Plateau killings. It will be interesting and needful for the media to pay some attention to this, because some residents in Plateau had said that all of these killings, everything here is a facade. Facade to the fact that the real deal, what they don't want people to see, is that they are mining their resources right there. All of this is because of the resources underneath the earth. And so this, you see, is what they just, it's really shocking. But Abuja-Kaduna Road to be completed this year, ascribed to Umahi. So you can all go ahead and check that out. That's Leadership Friday.
And we have the Nigerian Observer, and they go with the certificate racketeering story. FG's response leaves 15,000 Nigerian students in limbo, coming from the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS. Pleads for review of ban on Benin Togo degrees. ICPC commences investigation. That's the lead story, and then you see a lead picture as well. The picture has nothing to do with the story. A picture there is of creative. I think that's Lance. He's a movie maker. Page 17. You get to know who exactly this is. Above the nameplate, Obaseki rally support as Bendel Insurance Battle Rangers FC. Yeah.
It's not been done yet. They're
No. You know,
getting support.
I'm just, see.
Why are you so excited?
Names like Rangers is my team. Okay. Rangers International is my team. I mean, people do EPL, but I do. I'm Nigerian.
Bendel Insurance is another person's team.
Well, okay, but We're going to beat Bendel Insurance. Just watch out for this game.
All right.
Offers free bus rides for fan supporters. There was a timetable in Nigeria where we used to go to the stadium to watch local league games. It was that interesting. I mean, I grew up in Calabar. You go to the stadium, it's
So how come you're not supporting Calabar Rovers?
No, Calabar Rovers is there. That's a home team.
Oh dear.
And my other team is Rangers.
Two
International.
teams.
Yeah, 2 teams. Oh, come on. My homeboy. But
Okay.
Tinubu orders palliatives distribution through NAS members. Now, there we might need to look into that, Chamberlain. So
Through NAS members.
Through NAS members. So
what's going on here?
Hold on. Around the festive period, there's this story that's out there, and I'm hoping that we'll get clarification. Maybe someday Aju will come and tell us exactly what's going on. That each of the National Assembly members was given certain numbers of palliatives, bags of rice, to distribute to their constituencies. How many of them have done that? It would be good to know exactly how many of them did that.
The governors were given how much? 2 billion?
Well, governors were given about, is it 3,000? Or I don't know, how many?
5 billion was approved.
That's what I'm talking
separately.
about. I'm talking about the festive period.
Oh.
Besides the palliatives and cash that was given, the festive period, the president, news has it that the president sent out bags of rice to Nigerians through their legislators. So were those bags of rice delivered? We'll get to find out.
Somebody received it. Can you let us know?
Exactly. Let's know. Did you get it? Did your representative, Senate or House of Reps?
Shoot at us. We don't mind it.
Did they deliver your bag of rice to you? Let's know about that. Let's go to X and let's hear. But let's leave it there for the Nigerian Observer.
Very interesting conversation. It will be very wonderful to know if you indeed received that gift from the president or from the presidency. Honestly, it will be very, very interesting to know. Did your representatives represent you well? Look at the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. This is probably what you needed to cook that rice. 1 month after FG's intervention, households, SMEs still buy cooking gas above 1,100 kilograms, 1,100 naira per kilogram. The details of that you'll find on page 4. And look at the riders' businesses lament multinationals should pay attention to domestic supply, not export. And crude oil stability key to gas production and sufficiency, according to experts. Infographics on the front page there tells you what it all means. That as at May 2023, 12 kg of gas was going for 9,500. As at last year, it went for 12,000 naira plus. How much do you get it now? If you want to find out on the inside pages, and of course the prices vary per state. It's much lower in Kano. It's 1,001 per kg in Lagos. 960 naira per kg in Kano. All of that you'll find on the inside pages of the paper right now. Right beside that, right beneath that picture, EFCC widens probe on forex allocations, searches Dangote's office. The details on the inside pages. Now, this is something that everyone should kick about. I don't know if Chamberlain will, because I don't know if it will even affect him. Subscribers kick as telcos seek FG's nod to increase tariffs. Are you kicking? Well, let us know. What would be, is it expected that the prices of telecom services will rise? Well, subscribers are kicking already. The telcos are asking the federal government for their approval of increase in tariffs. The details you'll find on page 24. That's Daily Trust newspaper today.
Vanguard talks about this viral video, and the lead story on their front page this morning is that this uproar over imposters exposed in army recruitment exercise. So, and then you get to see the images of at least some of those personnel that was circulated at the time, which is what you see right there for you. So, more reactions coming through right there. And then forex pressure worsens as manufactured goods import rise 39% to 3.96 trillion naira. So that's what you see. And then that viral video, which they say there's an opera. So many riders here. MBF, Pandel, Afenifere, Kick, Proffer Solutions. And then Oshodi, Isolo, LG Chairman, Loyede, others, thorough investigation. Lagos will ensure prosecution of suspects. Omotosho vows, and he goes on. And all right, there you go. That is it with a look at some of the dailies here this morning. We're back in a moment. Don't go away.